Hello, church family. I hope your week is going well so far. You're almost finished. Hang in there. You know what gets me through my week a lot of times is candy. I get a piece every day, usually at Karen's desk. Karen Nance, our receptionist downstairs, always keeps candy out there, and she supplies it well. But we have an event coming up on October the 26th. That is our fall festival, and it's a community event. And each year we have about 2,000 people who attend it. And as church members, we need help with getting some candy out there. So if you could bring bags of candy on Sunday and drop them in the bins at entrance A and D, we would love that. The church is always good about helping sponsor activities and events around here. And a few weeks ago, our ladies from Woodridge attended a ladies' retreat at Camp Tejas. We had a terrific time getting away and exploring the Giddings area, aka a lot of ladies went to Round Top, but they also had enjoyed a time of making some new friends, rekindling some old connections, enjoying time worshiping and praying together, and being challenged in the Word. Our speaker, Chris Murphy, spoke on the topic, nevertheless, our hope is in Jesus Christ. Did you know the term nevertheless is an adverb that tells the reader that something happened even though there is something that might have stopped it from happening? So the meaning is even though, even if, or even then. These nevertheless moments often blindside us at times, and we never see them coming. Sometimes it takes glancing back to get a glimpse of what God was doing, even though, or even when, or even if. Lou Giglio from the book Don't Give the Enemy a Seat at the Table uses the same phrase, even though, but he adds 3 dots. Even though, ... I will. Even though I feel defeated in my faith, ... I will trust God who has victory over the defeat. Changing our focus and perspective can give us a lasting hope. A great example of this would be Daniel in the lion's den. Even though he stood up for his God and against the king, he was still placed in the den. He could have been totally defeated, but instead, God had other plans. He chose to close the mouth of those animals while Daniel was in the den. God had victory over the situation, and he spoke big that day and gave much hope. Daniel did 4 things that helped him be prepared for his even though experience. He found God early in his life. Second, he followed him. Third, he reflected the Lord to others. And lastly, he remembered him in those moments, which is exactly what Chris spoke to our ladies about during her sessions. So let me ask a question. Does your life reflect the Lord to others in those even though moments? Do you recognize these even if moments? I love the way that Chris challenged the ladies and myself that weekend. She asked us, are we a jet skier or a scuba diver? Many of us have had the opportunity to jet ski before. Yes, even asked my mom, Pat, about that experience. It was such a fun memory, and my kids still talk about their Mimi jet skiing. One thing I will tell you about jet skiing, while it's fun and entertaining, you do go pretty fast, but all you're really doing is just skimming the top of the water and creating a bunch of waves. In fact, today, many people jet ski and turn the ride into a chaotic adventure. Although I've never scuba dived before, I have snorkeled, and I can only imagine how beautiful it would be taking a deep dive into the ocean, searching out the hidden treasures and seeing the beauty. If you want to go scuba diving, you just don't jump into the water and dive down. To go below the surface, you need equipment, training, instruction, and a guide. Now let's apply that to our spiritual life. Are you skimming across the water with your walk with the Lord? Are you reading and praying just for entertainment purposes, or just reading to get a check mark? Is your life full of chaos and running around? Or are you slowing down, looking at your surroundings, being intentional, taking in the experiences, and seeing things in the world from a different light, studying and praying differently with the power of the Holy Spirit? Our theme verse for the retreat and my prayer for you today is from Ephesians 1:18, and I take it from the Contemporary Version. And it reads as this: "My prayer is that the light will flood your hearts and that you will understand the hope that was given to you when God chose you. Then you will discover the glorious blessings that will be yours together with all of God's people." Family, we have an opportunity to provide hope. And our ladies on October the 17th and on October the 28th are making puppets and jump ropes and headbands for the Operation Christian Child boxes. Through serving, we are sharing the light to those who need hope. I will encourage you to share your hope through those even if moments. If you want to hear more about our weekend, please reach out to someone who did attend, and we hope to see you on Sunday.